I Walk with Monsters and the Modern Frankenstein out. And I've got 4 more creator-owned comics in process, which will come out either later this year or next. So the creator-owned comics thing is going really well for me. I'm pitching American television shows. I've got a British television show doing the rounds. There's a thing coming up which I absolutely can't mention, which is a job. I'm going to have a job in the media.
Oh my God.
When I say in the media, I mean behind the scenes. I'm not presenting breakfast time.
I was assuming that.
Yeah. But I'm not ashamed.
That's good.
I think you should do me a quote for my next book, which just says he shouldn't be ashamed.
8 out of 10. Actually, 6. Which I must say, I was walking out through Derby last night, and there's a statue just very close by, which is of Bonnie Prince Charlie. Underneath it, there was a quote from Samuel Johnson saying, effectively, yeah, he gave it a good try. And I sort of want to see afterwards B+ or something. It does feel very, very much like that sort of. Yeah.
I once got
bad quote.
I once got a lovely paragraph-long quote from George R.R. Martin about one of my books.
Yeah.
And he sent this in and says, "There we are. You can I hope that you can put that on the front." And my editor went through it, and because there was nothing there he could slant out and put on the cover, the best they could find was, "It's about as good as anything else he's done."
Yeah.
James A. Caster's dad, who said, "He's quite funny if you like that kind of thing."
I was once mistaken for him.
James
for George R.R. Martin. I was at this sort of posh birthday thing, and they had this new band playing, and and I don't know why I was really there. And the band singer came up to me at the end and said, "The band are really into what you do." I thought, "Oh, right, thanks." And I thought, they're Doctor Who fans, and they were saying, "It's really, really great that that it's our favourite show." I said, "Well, it's a great show, isn't it?" And they said, "Yeah, it's really terrific, but we have to ask one thing: who will sit on the Iron Throne?" And I said, "I'm not George R.R. Martin. He's in his 70s, and he's fatter than a house. And he wears a hat. I'm not wearing a hat." Well, I said, "No, I'm not George R.R. Martin." I was really quite cross by that.
I once introduced my podcast partner Liz Miles to George R.R. Martin.
Yeah.
And she grabbed his hat and ran away.
That does sound like it.
Yes.
Why did she do that?
Because we were all having a good time. We were all quite merry.
Yeah. That was the turning point for George, wasn't it?
And he just sort of pointed.
I had someone ask me to sign on some Doctor Who magazines at a convention. And at the time I had to call that in one thing for Doctor Who magazine. And I thought, oh, if you want something, but they thought I was you.
Right.
Because they'd heard somebody say, "Robert," to me.
Yeah.
They went, "Oh, that'll be Shearman then." So,
you can basically look like anybody, can't you?
I have the chameleon. So,
do you know, Mark Ayres used to go to Annika Wills' house to record the links for the link soundtracks.
Right.
And they went to the pub afterwards, and Mark nipped to the loo, and these couple of boys came over to Annika and they came, "What's that Mark Ayres that you, is that who you're with?" And she went, "Oh yes, we are really huge Doctor Who fans and we love Mark Ayres as well." Then I have a clue who Annika was. And she said, "Yes, as she told them." She said, "Oh yes, never that one."
I pretended to be Andrew Cartmel once to get into a party. Because back in the day, nobody knew what Andrew Cartmel looked like.
No.
His photo was never printed in DWM.
Did you do the moustache? Was that the moustache?
Nobody didn't even know what he looked, he knew what he looked like. So I was quite pleased with that. I wandered around with some BBC writers for a while. I don't quite know what I was aiming to achieve, but I wandered out again. But I always wonder if somebody said to Andrew Cartmel, "Lovely to see you at the party." What?
He'd probably own it, wouldn't he, Andrew?
Oh, he would. He would go, "Yes, yes."
And then he'd sell them a book.
Yes.
Yeah, that's...
I can see that our next guest is coming up.
It's Colin Spall.
I apologise that nobody got the chance to ask questions, but you might have noticed that Steve Hatcher spoke for quite a long time. I'm going to ask one last question, if I may. which piece of your Doctor Who work would you like to be the one that Doctor Who fans remember you for?
The Book of Love and War, I think. I'm very fond of that.
Yeah, it's good that. Yeah, it's excellent. I remember reading that. I read that when I came out of doing my. This makes me sound like I'm much younger than you, but I came out of having done my university stuff, and I did the degree, and I thought I'm going to read the New Adventures to celebrate. And when I got to Love and War, I thought these are good, aren't they? I mean, I love Love and War. It got me back into Doctor Who in a funny way.
Cool.
For me, it's probably Chimes of Midnight, I think. I mean, it's funny when I've never heard it back, but I heard it back during lockdown because we did a sort of tweet-along thing, and I thought, and people had told me it was really good for years, and I kind of not believed them, and I thought, this is, I selfishly found myself massively enjoying it without knowing what's going to happen next, and kept thinking, don't screw it up, and I thought, I didn't, and I was so proud of it, and so I think probably Chimes is my favourite.
And do you think that that is the piece of Doctor Who one that we've remembered before?
No.
I think it'll be something else.
No, it would be Darwin.
Yeah, it'd be like the TV episodes. But
Yeah, I mean, it's, I'm resigned to the fact.
Fans that know this stuff. Watch that.
I suspect that when I'm, I think a lot today about my imminent death, but I'm fairly sure there'll be a pepper pot on my otherwise unmarked grave. Which will get kicked over by all the teenage yachts every week, because they'll say, oh, that is, and they'll kick it over, and then someone diligently will replace it, because there'll be this one person who remembers me until they eventually will die as well, and there'll be moss.
And on that note,
Well, it's been a long pandemic, right?
we are not ashamed.
I'm not ashamed of that.
until the moss takes over, we have a whole day worth of events and stage shows. Please go and ask Paul and Rob your questions that you didn't get a chance to.
Yeah, please do.
Please come and talk to them. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to Paul Cornell, Robert Shearman and Robert Dick. Woo! Next up, ladies and gentlemen.